I thought another fine chance, because it's lunchtime, to do lunch and stuff. So, just making all that work. Someone asked me a question, I've forgotten because I should have checked beforehand. Oh, and sorry if it gets a bit windy. Then someone was asking about Betso external antennas. I'm keeping my. Oh, this is going to play havoc with this, isn't it? Sorry about the wind. And that's really useful. This is obviously the 6AA. This, with all the banks in at the moment, is the SL6, and you can see this little wire here is a BNC. BNC connection to technically an SMA connection, and it goes all the way up to the Betso fin. And so what that's doing is the SL6 is now linking all of these, which would usually have their own little whip antennas, which are the shorter ones. It would have all of those generally individually, much like on a transmitter like this. So instead it's routing all of them through and actually just feeding it all out of this one. Now, you may ask, why only one? Well, actually, I'm keeping it quite light in terms of our setup. I do have another one, and there is a second BNC slot just there. And I have another Betso fin. So the idea is that you can run nice long cables really far away if you need to be based in kind of two different locations. And then you can kind of maximize range and things like that. But for now, because we're literally just shooting right there, then this is perfect for it. So I highly recommend the Betso Sharky fin. It's active as well, which means that it requires powering, but the SL6 thankfully takes care of that for us as well. Oh my god, my screen's getting really dirty over lunch. So SL6, so there's an option for it, SL6, and look, antenna power bias. You've got to power it with 12 volts, which slightly takes it down, and you can also do antenna filter as well. So I've got it on wideband, but technically, because I already know the operating range that I'm working in, I could get away with 580 to 700. So that would definitely make sure that I would get everything kind of taken care of. Just Post is asking me how I power my kit. Thankfully, this combo allows me to power it all from one MP1, which is right here. And the new MP1s actually have D-taps on them as well, two of them. There's one at the bottom that you can't quite see. And that's super useful. So that is powering literally the mixer, is powering all the radios, and is powering IFBs through its battery output right on this side as well. And so one MP1 battery is lasting us, we're going through about 2 a day. So if you think that's a proper like 12-hour day, we're going, yeah, maybe we swap like 3 times. It depends. Obviously, I'm using a lot of juice when I'm using all my wireless. But even with all the IFBs, 2 IFB packs are always on. And yeah, so I only have 2 of them. We do actually have more, but I personally only own 2 MP1s at the moment because one of them recently died. Yeah, so with that, yeah, I'm able to put one on charge while I'm then using the other one. So I think now, just because I've plugged in after lunch, we might have actually gone through 2 thinking about it. So maybe 4 maximum throughout the day. But if you have a charger, they basically have enough time to charge back. So I think the optimum amount for this setup would be having 3. Then you're definitely sure. And even if you're using, because for instance, the actual SL6, the actual 6A8, sorry, does have internal power through like battery packs or through external slots, but then it would only power the mixer, it would not power the SL6. So that's important to note. Wow, a yard sale. How many actors do you have mic'd? It depends on the scene. We actually have roles where there's kind of 10 main actors, but only kind of 6 or 7 are talking at once. But this is quite a light day. There's actually only 2. And so we're doubling up and also using one of these channels as a wireless boom. And Paul Caton's lovely case that he has for his WYSICOM, which we think is slightly affecting the antenna range as well. So yeah, get your questions in while I'm still live, and of course leave a little thumbs up on this video. Yeah, because why not? It's free. So yeah, any more questions, guys? Hopefully the wind isn't too bad, I think. Oh, a little thumbs up. Yes, so not much today, just yeah, pretty standard. A lot of action in the morning, so lots of like fight scenes and yeah. So it's making sure that although they're obviously going to do more stuff in post, that you're trying to grab actors like key words separately, such as die, god damn it. Grabbing those separately. We've also had quite a lot of these weapons on the kind of tanks and stuff actually firing as well. So been coordinating with Tom, the director, in terms of making sure that actors are kind of popping out of things, saying their line, and then just ripping into it. So we get that kind of nice base layer of sound, we'll call it, because obviously they're going to make it sound much more epic in post. But what they won't have to do is replace the dialogue, which is nice. So yeah, that pretty much covers it today. I'd only popped on. I'm going to pop on. We still have another like week and a bit. So I will pop on every lunchtime and at least do like 5 to 10 minutes of just chat and stuff. So do leave a comment down below. I know that on the live videos as well, there's like a delay of like 30 seconds to a minute. So it may seem like I'm not answering your question, but I actually will get to it in about 30 seconds. What else? I don't know. It stopped raining now, which is nice. We convinced the kind of art department that they shouldn't, or the costume department, that they shouldn't be wearing kind of rain jackets, because those are impossible to record with. And otherwise now we're just dealing with the wind, because obviously we've got all this kind of all the valleys in the background there. That was kind of a half Welsh impression. So yeah, I guess if there's no more questions, 7 minutes is pretty good for a video tour again. And that was just kind of how I'm powering on my kit, and how all the antennas are working as well. I'd probably get a bit more range if I had another antenna, but literally we're only cracking those out when we absolutely need to. So keeping it nice, light and cheerful. So until next time. Oh yeah, for once you're online right now, London time live streaming. Yes, sound speed. That is it. Because you're in Australia, right? So I'm glad you made it on for one. You asked me a question as well, actually, didn't you? I thought I can quickly fit in, which was about boom ops and how I choose boom ops, and I guess what I'm looking for. With this, the budget wasn't amazing, and so basically I couldn't get anyone that I usually work with, but Paul very kindly offered to boom with me, and that's just on the basis of that we've worked kind of close together but not actually together before. But generally what I'm looking for is just people that are kind of just have a good attitude, are just very kind of, they're just on point with obviously what they're doing, but also just incredibly easy to work with, and don't get too stressed out if things are like going a bit crazy, because that's kind of to be expected. So yeah, in terms of boom ops, I guess that's all I can really ask for, just someone that's kind of willing to do whatever they can to get really good sound, but not absolutely like try and piss everyone off, for lack of a better term. So that hopefully covers that as well, maybe. So yeah, any other quick questions? I'll leave it for 30 seconds, round out to 10 minutes again, we'll see. And I did a test the other day as well with the old DAT versus the new S-Mic 2 that they brought out as well, but I need to upload that, and there is horrendous reception and no Wi-Fi at the hotel that I'm staying at, so trying to slot it in between at convenient times. But my next day off is Thursday, so maybe that'll pop up then. But until then, I guess, guys, I will see you later.